Beaver, away!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Lockdown Throwdown. My name is still Wandum, still joined by Dum. We've got ondkaja on the observation, and still Wiethoofd, he's still with us on production. We're here with Synonym of Perfection versus Boinicle in the round of is Gullywash. It's going to be one of these middles where it really comes down to these soldier bumps that comes across, comes down to the soldier aggression that does come in. The soldier synergy Dr. Phil and Juno have been building up for a few seasons, making it really powerful. We are live. This is map 1 of the Lockdown Throwdown round of 16 between Boinicle and Synonym of Perfection. SOP on Gullywash. Dumb, not bum. Callback is already dead, but so is Mia.
Yeah, really big double bomb. Soldiers, everyone actually trying to just get into shore, get the counter frags, but they're a bit too late to the party. They get everything, just not the medic. Truly, with Atka all the way out of there in time, might not be a great success, but keeping the medic alive here off of just a huge sack wave like this at the end by the red team by Boinicle is always very, very valuable. They will have to work quite a bit to get back in here, but they have a chance with the supercharge.
Yeah, Boinicle right now, they're really just going to want to look to force this Uber out of their enemy. The sooner they can get rid of this Uber, the better right now. They're just going to posture around choke, but Scar's actually bombing in so far with callback. Getting in, trying to get onto Mia, it looks like, but that's a medic sky high in the air. Patchouli drops, taken down by Dr. Phil, and suddenly this is looking really nice for Boinicle. They may have lost Dr. Phil, but they got a medic to trade off, and this is looking scary.
Yeah, there's not much stopping it right now. They're just waiting for a bit of heals, maybe for Dr. Phil as well, just to have most numbers up. But there's not much of second either, so they're really just playing it more than they need to be, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because with this big of an advantage they got out of this drop, it doesn't matter too much how long they take, as long as it just eventually finds its way to last with this advantage here, where busy SOP is building away on the Uber, on the gun, and with a heavy on the field as well. They're trying to have the strongest defense they can have. One gun on lower left, one gun on lower right. Watching point, basically, waiting for this push to happen.
The Uber is coming out right now. Sentry gun out of Neo, focused down, but Scar actually gets a kill onto Juno. Gets traded off, but now the heavy Ultra is on the point, and he just does so much damage, finally goes down. But it's just Mia just left alive with Orbriak on his own with these pipes. Gonna have to hit absolutely everything. Does not do it, and now Mia, she's gonna have to run a little bit. She's actually pretty far out so far as Juno spawned. Gonna keep her safe and secure. Mia, if I'm pressing tab right now, she's a very cultured individual. She's got an anime profile picture, a very cute girl from My Hero Academia. I can dig it, you know?
The most important thing of all here, yeah. Either way,
I love anime.
You all know that, yes. Either way, as much as you love anime, SOP likes pushing in here, and callback likes fragging. Ooh. That's 2 right there. Scar makes a pushover point as well, just to get all of them out of here. They still have huge ad and 2 picks. This is gonna be just point for the taking here, and they want to take it all the way. Look at that, they're wrapping all the way around to make this the best push it can be. Phil forces Uber early though. This is going to be a big awkward, but they don't have anywhere to run. They're completely stuck in choke. Neo already weak. Neo from one side, Atka from the other, completely taking them apart. And this is not looking pretty, but they still have to clean up what's left on second.
The control point is being captured.
Everyone calling me a sip in chat, you need to stop right now. Orbriak, he's in choke right now. Toast actually hasn't even capped his callback. It's just on him. He's on a 5 killing spree right now, going absolutely massive. Orbriak is still in somehow. Finally, he goes down. So right now, it's gone from really good to suddenly it's just, I don't know. It's gone everywhere.
Yeah, that was like an interesting attempt to push there, but the moment Phil forces Uber, it was bound to become really, really messy. They still got the kill with the play they wanted to in the end, but it's maybe not quite a little too late, but it's still awfully awkward right now in the game state here. Eventually they get the second with small advantage, but not nearly as good as it would have been if the previous play worked through lobby here. So they have a chance. They might try to make it work as quickly as they can. People squaring up for a push. Are they actually going to go in with this? They have an NG and a pirate to cast with. That's quite a bit of work to do, and with Atka getting dropped immediately, it's not looking good already.
Yeah, this is looking dire. The pyro out of Toast is just... He's not actually making toast. Normally he would be using his flamethrower, you know, grilling up... Maybe not grilling up, but, you know, flaming up some bread. But instead, it looks like he's just going to reflect all the stickies. QB does basically nothing. Kills a sentry gun. ondkaja dropping down as well. There's no real presence. Suddenly Mia finds herself with a nice 70% advantage. Looking to push forwards, but actually look at Korbak. He's hiding in a really funny position right now. Behind the point, nobody's actually seen him. He's right onto Mia. Gets one rocket, almost gets the second one. Mia jumped down to 40 HP, just barely manages to live that. That was really scary. A nice hiding spot from Korbak. I didn't even know he could do that.
Yeah, that is interesting enough, a hiding spot that oftentimes just gets ignored. It's so far in the obvious spot just where everyone can see you, but sometimes you just ignore it. Either way, Boinicle will take this over point, seeing if they can just take this mid point immediately. A lot of pressure straight away they will have to use to get the first point down. SOP has one of their own to respond with, but they might need to flash a lot. Scar's really weak, will get the flash in time, but is it going to be good enough? Big damage from the Orbiak as well. Medics Uber fade now on the blue side as well, and they find themselves with actually more numbers here. And Phoebe might have got destroyed, but they get over point just fine with this longer Uber.
It feels like SOP are kind of winning all the DM fights that Boinicle trying to take. It doesn't feel like it feels like they're getting the really good initiation, but then SOP just kind of out DM them. Korbak, he's just on something right now. He's playing so well. Pressing tab, I can see he does have 5 ping, so maybe that is helping him in his quest to win Team Fortress 2.
Ooh, this is the true reason why they changed servers before the game started.
Maybe.
We found it all out. It's the French agenda. Jokes aside though, we're back to where we started, basically. It's less advantage for SOP now, so I'd be surprised if they actually take this chance like last time. But otherwise it's the same story as before. Toss some power, Potato on the gun duty, just keeping this point safe with all they have, but it doesn't stop SOP from trying, and trying they will from under point. Neo walking up with a Soldier and backup as well, rushing onto the point here. Soldier in the way of things, Juno will die, but Soldier, Scar and Neo left alone with the Pyro in front of him. Tough task at hand, and no one else can really help out through this narrow choke point on River.
I like that idea if Juno is mute and can't speak, but because he's able to use his mouth to communicate with other players on him, it just gets really, really hard for him to actually do anything. Dr. Phil just gets a bit unlucky there. Korbak shooting him out of the skies as he tries to go in for a counter-sack there. Neo's up on Sniper now. He's using the opportunity to come back up on this. Go for an angle. Gullywash Blast is one of the few last where you can go for some consistent headshots, but most of the time if you are peeking as a sniper onto last, also kind of on Gullywash Lasts, you are putting yourself at pretty large risk. He's going to peek in right now, get a body shot onto Dr. Phil. It's not going to get the kill. He's not finding really anything to follow up here. Here's the thing, if he doesn't get the medic kill or the demo kill, they can't even push off it. All it does is opens more space for him to push in, get a further shot onto the medic, but it has been called now, so Mia should be well aware of him being on Sniper, hiding behind this pillar, not being in position. He's actually going to go in for the fire shot, but doesn't even see Mia. The Uber's actually popped out here. Dr. Phil, he's taking the trade in River. The counter Uber finally comes out of Patchouli. This is looking pretty solid, actually, forcing him perfection, but the sentry has not got down quite yet, so it doesn't really look like, looks like just the pockets.
On point
building
now.
up with ondkaja.
Maybe the distraction they need to open this up with. They haven't yet done the whole angle of Gullywash Last where you have all these different positions you can play from at the same time. Sniper on one, spam from the other, and play out on point. That's the sort of pressure you really need to break this Gullywash Last point. So far not much of it happening, but Utgar's trying to make things happen here, but with Neo down eventually, the sniper threat removed, that's the big playmaker they obviously want to rely on here. So chance currently wasted. All of them just on the back foot. Toast gets called out early on Pyro, actually trying to just push up for the rest of the team can leave. Corbett also caught in main. It's a bit of trading. It's not a bad loss. It's unlikely anything that will make Boinicle feel like this is a great opportunity to leave the last point with. So it's affordable risks being taken here by SOP. And with the game that's still currently this close, they probably are best off doing just that for now.
Yeah, I mean, both pockets are just kind of building up their banners right now. They're going to have these for after the Uber, probably. Or they can use it pre-Uber to sort of use that damage reduction that they do get out of the battalion's backup to sort of initiate or disengage a fight, sort of get the advantage after the Uber's already popped out. That further damage reduction can be really useful. For
you know what even more helps with damage reduction? Having a thing with 450 health on the server as well.
Oh my god.
On the heavy of all things. We saw the trend starting last LAN at I-Series. The heavy is slowly coming into fashion, courtesy of 7 refusing to do anything else on Snackwater mid, and it's taken all the way since here for it to still be in fashion, it seems, and they're trying to play with it. But first, Evo exchange to get the heavy, and I suppose.
Oh my god, QB is just.
utterly
QB just
denied.
gets, like, he just doesn't even get to play the game. That was beautiful by Toast. Body block into just reflecting him out. The banner comes out. That is a very healthy callback. This is actually a scout on the point. Just 2 shots Toast. Right now, do you see this teleporter exit that I'm seeing right now? Nobody's taking it. That's actually ondkaja going down to the sentry gun. Maybe this teleporter's not even going down. This is really interesting.
Neo did spot it at some point though, but yeah, no one took the
Yeah.
chance there to surprise anyone. There was no need for it either. They had point under control for the most part. Without DuMmTm, that's just all that point pressure damage gone, really. Sure, the soldiers can try, but they're needed to actually get in on close to the other team, and without the DuMmTm even, there's not even enough damage for the gun, really, either, unless they really dedicate everyone to it, and at that point you're just lacking everywhere else, so this entrance to the repush just never really happened. Korvac is trying, but at this point I would assume he's just trying to get off heavy.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to go back to the soldier at this point. Like, the banner not being there is kind of difficult. I do actually believe that Boinicle running double banners, if my eyes don't deceive me. I do see Juno on a conch. They're
Yeah,
really looking to
battalions as
just
well.
maybe play Overwatch, you know? Like, it's a good game. It has 6 ultimates. We just have 3. Maybe Valve will like us.
Either you're forgetting what buff banner, or Uber doesn't count in your eyes. Either way, whatever the case, it's back to even Uber stalemate. Toast feeding yet again to the scouts. This will be a little bit more doable now to spam the gun if SOP dares to do so, but they've been really tame about that just now, and not been taking the greatest approach of just really starting this multi-direction angle that you see all of these like high-level teams do also often. QB's trying to get some peek from main here, ondkaja as well on Sniper back on his favorite class it seems. They're trying to just get something of value here for the team, but it's looking so difficult for them, which is just all the credit to Boinicle to just make it this difficult on a point where there's so many different angles to approach from.
Yeah, right now, ondkaja has a very tall task on him. Getting in and actually finding a frag when he's actually been spotted out is really hard. Does get the nice little flick onto Juno, but unfortunately it's not quite a headshot, and that just makes it really difficult to actually get anything. Dr. Phil's gone down. That is an Uber traded out. Neo goes down in the meantime. This is just a Pyro walking forwards. Korvac has gone down. Finally, the force comes out there of Toast. He's been doing a lot of work on this Pyro as that Uber's forced so far back, and now there's a banner of Pyro air blasting and a sentry to shoot them all back. That banner out of Scar will do absolutely nothing. Completely repelled by Boinicle. We're nearing at this point, Dum. There are 3 minutes and 20 seconds left of this round. Do you think we're going to get a round reset? Because I don't see either of these teams really budging.
The problem for SOP's position is that it's all up to them right now, right? They are the ones that need to put pressure on At some point, something decisive needs to happen, and the Pyro and River is something, but not in their favor. That's another damage. Nothing died, and Potato went down as well. Suddenly, this gun is just free for the taking. They're trying to. Scar goes weak. Snipe happens as well. A lot of things going right at the same time. A little bit of trade. And actually, no, Juno barely lives. They need to test point, though, because Korvac's also coming, and
It's 2 up.
they're just in there already with the snipe and all of that chaos. I was about to say this is all on SOP to make a decisive move, but it's just Boinicle daring a bit too much. Energy died, Pyro just completely feeds. Toast kept trying to get in on Pyro, which is really strange because your main duty should just be protecting the gun and your medic. But no, they decided we want to get out here. Just as you were saying, they could just potentially rely on the round reset, but no, they had different ideas. They figured this is going to work, and it just clearly didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the caster curse clearly coming in and working wonders there for me. Saying that they're not going to do anything makes them do something right now. Korvac's actually going to trade with Juno underneath. Neo does come in and finish off that kill right now. Now, Juli's just kind of finding damage, spamming his own log, spamming arrows across the point. But because he's so far back in choke, there's no real contestant coming out of this blue side, and they're just forced all the way back. QB's actually already on top, so is Patchouli running up there, but look, I got really scared there for a second, because I swear to God, I thought that was Aubriac and not QB. QB like stickied off his own team, but actually Boinicle just on second already. They're probably just going to get this cap. Ubers are even, and it looks like they're just going to take lobby. Now this time, it seems like it's Synonym of Perfection's turn to hold last.
The question is if Boinicle is any better or worse at this right now, because as much as it worked eventually, it worked mostly off of a mistake of Boinicle's side here, so SOP needs to be worried about Boinicle being a little bit more proficient at the pressure onto last year, and you don't just get to second in Div 2 by accident, so you assume they put some work into this. We'll see if that's the case. If I remember correctly, they certainly did so before in week 1. I watched that match, I remember, but potato sniping is the start of things. There's still another one on the other side as well, but they have to deal with this double soldier aggression into main for first things first here. Potato will live that one though, but still, it just doesn't allow much more to happen. Or does it? Sniper
Nobody's contesting Juno here.
And yeah, he's just capping this one outright. Look at that, that's what I mean, that's what you need to have happen. That was just all the eyes on main with the sniper, with people trying to get in there, and they just sneak on point while the sniper is completely taking all their attention away.
Yeah, that was really nice by Juno, and I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't any counterplay, but when you lose a demo like that, most teams, they're used to holding Gully Wash last with stickies on it. When there's no demo, there aren't any stickies, and he can't hold it. Actually, there's so much aggression this time coming up. Callback immediately takes down Orbriak. Potato goes down as well, but Patchouli does go down. Dr. Phil, he's actually found 2 kills already, but I think this should be it out of Boinicle. It's just Juno in choke. He's 4 HP, 16. Basically the same thing right now as Mia's actually setting up on second. She did live, but Patchouli didn't. So right now they're actually sitting on a nice 70% advantage. Can be waiting for their players, walking back into middle potentially. It's all on SOP right now to get this force onto Mia before everything goes awry.
Yeah, a force would be great right about now. To make this whole game slow down a little bit more. Back into maybe not quite their favor, since they will probably still lose space with it, but ability to come back at least with down Uber. But we'll see how that goes on the attempt to take mid here. People are aggressive, scout forward, soldiers still in. Demoman waiting for a trap, might get caught. He really weak in all of this, but no, he's getting out through choke as the bombs were just about to come in for Phil and trust the team to try to catch him. So everyone's just getting out, but as much time as they wasted here, it might not be enough. Patchouli on 75 and everyone's already in big door.
Everyone's already in big door indeed, but look at Juno. He's actually gone down. Scar is in choke right now, just holding back so many players. That's much damage, a lot of it, onto Orbriak, but he's just managed to snipe QB out of top, and now that means it's sending them up perfection. They're not even going to want to touch the second anymore without QB. Without that area denial the Devilman brings, they don't really have anything to bring to that pie, anything to bring to that table. So they're just going to set up on last right now. NG is coming up.
Alright, let's see if they can hold on this last point a little bit better now. They are back on Sniper for the side of Boinicle, so they want to approach this the same way they did before. Sniper pressure from one side, point pressure from the other, a lot of spam onto anyone that dares cross the sideline towards the Sniper, or out of it even, depending on where they want to sit here with everyone else, and this is just going to be the same old story we've seen before here. Sniper approaching slowly from river as everyone else is just trying to get into position for the follow-up plays of the Sniper pressure. Atka barely getting past the side. They desperately need some ammo for his buildings, it seems, but for now stays alive.
Oh, Potato
Great
actually gets picked out there by Callback. Almost gets the demo as well. That was really scary. Orbriak went very low, and now Toast stuck behind this water. Scar is just chasing him. Juno, pretty low as well. He goes down that Scar with a nice little 3k. 2k, sorry. You know, it's late. I can't count anymore.
That is okay. The only people that need to count are these players. As long as they are doing it, I think that's all that matters. And for now, it's just pressure by SOP into the top area. They want to get out of here. An aggressive attempt. They're all fairly weak in this. And it's a solo Uber for the red team as well. Mia only having one soldier here. But also not much space to get out. Might just barely dodge Orbriak, killing Neo as well. Just managed to kill that one player and wait for the medic to escape here. Everyone's still trying to get through top, and aggressively so. Lots of damage. Look at that, 2 kicks in a row. And they want some more. Potato going down as well. Everyone else hightailing it out through choke. Or at least trying to. The bombs are here. And they're landing some shots. Not on the medic. Barely not enough at least. Mia barely living that one. But SOP just hang on to a dream there for the push out of last. And just with sheer force made it work.
Mia, for some reason, decided to stay in choke to try and arrow Orbriak in the most precarious situation I've ever seen. That is just, it was not very good. She could have very easily died there had someone shot a single rocket her way.
Knowing your win condition, really.
Yeah,
if you trust your Devilman that much, then there must be a reason for that. So they need that man alive, it seems. And for now, they lost him and points gone. So maybe there's something to that, but it's at least not that much dissert, because despite it being risky for Mia, she did live. The Evo's up still, in fact, intact on both sides here, almost ready, in fact now ready to go on 100% on either side. With 10 more minutes left to play on an even scoreline. This is about as even as you can get for now, and someone needs to find an answer here. We saw the last time, mate. What do these teams have to offer for second?
Yeah, Scar's actually managed to wiggle his way all the way behind into the enemy lobby. So is Neo. Actually, they're just going to find Juno immediately. Neo does a lot of damage. Not sure if they're expecting this soldier follow-up. QB has gotten a kill onto Dr. Phil, and suddenly Chaos is sown onto Boinicle. That's Potato going down. Scar gets another one. That's a 2k up top. Juno goes down, and Aubriac, he's just caught between a rock and a hard place. He bombs in. Mia's popped her Uber, but she's just alone. Scar with another one. Utka gets Mia, and this is looking dire for the Bionicle Lego men right now. Toast has gone down as well. This is so scary. It's just Dr. Phil and Potato. Yes, they haven't capped it quite yet, so it does give Bionicle just a little bit of time to set that up, but Scar is right now on a 9k, Dom.
Yeah, scary times out here. That push just blatantly was way more than Boinicle was ready to deal with. And the late kill, it was actually a really close call there on the kill on the medic, but Atka hit the one shot he needed before being taken out as well to get this large advantage now as well. This is prime time to make a good push happen. They didn't have a lot of great opportunities. They need to deal with Gun and Pyro quicker than they've done before, but if they can do just that, they might have themselves around here.
Uber comes in, but that's Neo going down immediately. This Pyro out of Toast just does so much work. The sentry's finally gone down, but none of the players have been dealt with. That's actually Toast finally going down, but with QB dead, Dr. Phil going down as well. It just gets a little bit scary right now. Aubriac hitting some nice pipes onto Utka. He's the only player in. Tries to get something. Actually, nobody's hit him quite yet. He gets the force. Oh no, that is not what you want to see out of Toast.
What a desperately needed force as well there for the side of SOP. That push was, again, just struggling so much to get in, and once they did, it was way too late as well. They barely got past Gun and Pyro to make any sort of fight happen here. They're getting this one late force onto the medic makes a huge difference, even if it's only, like, not even quite 30% advantage now. They will have to scramble to make this one work if the one with bigger advantage didn't, but they have the time for it at least. They will have 8 more minutes here and can take their time for this one more round if it eventually lands here. This improvement needs to happen quickly though.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with this Pyro somehow, as he's just completely shutting it down. That's Utka going down as well. Toast is still alive. Nothing's working. You go for this push once, it doesn't work, and then you go, okay, let me try again. This time, I'll, like, click on him, but then you just don't click on the Pyro. And it's just... it's depressing to watch. It feels like you just take a different angle. The push that they did win, they got, like, 4 picks off catching Boinicle off guard. Haven't been able to do it at the same time. They're just going for these straight up shutter pushes and they're not working. QB this time does find Dr. Phil, and that's actually callback on the flank behind. Gets Potato. Mia's actually really stuck there. Gets forced, but QB has gone down, so it does mean that Cinnamon Perfection won't be able to hold the second if Toast has anything to say about it. But look at this. Utka's behind as well. He's on to last. Doesn't win the 1v1. Juno takes it in the end. Keeps Boinicle in the game right now.
You mentioned they are looking a bit like a practical game to you, and it's showing. The set plays aren't working, but the improv stuff, these random fights here and there, where they just keep finding plays to get towards the medic, are working quite well. And speaking of which, they're just trying to make this one happen as well now. Just blatantly, quickly over point, not subtle about it at all. And subtle is maybe what they needed. They're just getting stuck on the way out as well, losing so many players there. One last attempt by Atka. Somehow cleans up Toaster instead of the medic, but there's still another player left as well. That's QB through choke as well, and suddenly it's just Mia all by herself. Atka in as well. This is not looking pretty for the medic here on Boinicle. The sticks come in. There we go. Atka just delaying the inevitable, and that might even be better now, because this is just a late death now of all things. So it's going to be even more advantage to Patchouli.
That was... I'm just so confused about how they won that. That did not look very good for them, but somehow QB and Utka could just come together at the very end, save that push, forcing them up perfection. So now they're looking to sit in lobby. It's only a 30% advantage. It's not that big, but it should be... It is an ad. And I mean, looking at this point, we're only at 6 minutes left in the game. There's pretty much no reason not to take this for them. So they're just going to be setting up in River here. There is a banner on the enemy team. Dr. Phil is on that battalion's backup. But I'm just wondering. They are setting up in River, and it has been called by Juno. So right now, just walking back, they don't have this Uber quite yet, but maybe This time they're going to be looking to get aggressive into under. Indeed, Scar just pops in immediately. Doesn't actually find anything but Toast. This time get completely shut down by QB. And now the sentries left unguarded. That's one kill. But Pachuli's actually gone down to Dr. Phil. Juno's found Scar as well. But Neo and Utka are just killing absolutely everyone. That's 2-1. Synonym of Perfection. 5 minutes and a half left. Boinicle, they're going to have to pull something out of the bag right now.
Yeah, despite losing some players fairly early on, unlike the last few times, they just got the value picks early this time. The gun went down with the Engineer too, as well as the Pyro. Pretty much straight away just awkwardly juggled straight into the Uber instead of being able to deny it and stop it from coming in. So huge difference there compared to all the other pushes for them. And it goes to show, 2-1 lead now for the first time in a little while.
Yeah, I mean, suddenly we have a team in the lead again. Callback is really aggressive onto Orbriak. Drops him so low, but it looks like it doesn't matter. This is actually just everyone on Synonym of Perfection going down immediately. That is a disastrous mid. So much damage coming out of Boinicle immediately. Wow.
Huge destructive mid win for them here. And they will take this one to the bank now on Boinicle, or at least they have to. They don't have much of a choice other than playing this one quick. Not much time left, 4.5 minutes. A last stalemate could be the last thing you want to see here right now, so they need to make this one count. The defense is trying to assemble something here, but with only a heavy on the field, maybe a Pyro late here, but is it going to be enough? Is it going to be potato toast levels of classes? I don't know.
Yeah, Uka's actually doing a decent job so far, but QB's actually stuck under right now. He's not getting taken down. There we go. 3 players dead. And actually, Orbriak is a nice little air pipe on Neo. There's nobody on the point. Everyone under taken down by a scout and a soldier that I forgot who were. But, you know, it doesn't matter. They got the kills in the end. Heavy goes down, doesn't really do that much. And now it's 2-2. There's 4 minutes left. It's actually time for 2 more rounds, Dum. If we go quick, if we see another round like that. Suddenly, however, get the feeling that both teams will not be willing to take any aggressive fights.
We'll see, but first of all, it's still a little bit more time left to play, and from this Merc fight on, you take so much damage actually to the DuMmTm there. They want this kill desperately, but everyone is just around the medic, not in maybe the best position themselves, but everyone's also gunning for the kill on the medic here, and no one's getting there, so SOP just going home empty-handed. They will get out alive at least. It is a valuable skill in this mid-fight for sure, because they will need this Uber desperately to have a chance to come back, or at least hold on to the round and make it to a golden cap.
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, unless Boinicle make a massive misstep here, never mind, they're actually just going to walk in with this Uber. Mia doesn't quite have it quite yet, and that means that now Uka is just going to take this Uber right into Boinicle. Doesn't find that. Dr. Philfrack, actually, there we go. 3 kills down. Toast and Dr. Phil, Orbriak, all going down. So now Scar's going to bomb right into Mia. She's sitting in that choke, but she does have Uber. She's going to walk back out. They're getting spawners right now, and suddenly Boinicle, they can just hold this. Never mind, they should be pushing, honestly. Really, point, I said yeah. They should hold. They should push. They have massive ad. They're walking into middle. Thank you.
Even if you could go into golden cap with this, you're not going to get much better situations than this out of the golden cap anyway, unless you just wipe them on mid. And SOP has shown that, sure, that can happen, but they also can change it up quickly enough to not have it happen again. So, Boinicle taking their chances here. Not willing to use early though, so they won't have to pull the trigger to anything in the end, even for this mid push. And with the double pick as well, and still no Uber for Patchouli, they might just play this early through big door.
Yeah, they're actually coming in. This is so much damage on top. I love to see that catching them out. Neo goes down immediately. The health on Boinicle isn't actually too great, but it doesn't really matter. That kill onto Neo means that Synonym of Perfection are no longer really willing to take that fight. We're now looking at 1 minute and 50 seconds left, which is about the benchmark standard sort of Team Fortress 2 5 CP round that we do see most of the time. This is looking pretty scary. Synonym Perfection lose this now, it gets really hard for them to come back in the game, especially in another 20 seconds or so. They cannot afford to push out. Boinicle know this. They're actually just playing with the food almost. It seems like Utka's gone down the flank. Juno Potato already in, but Juno not quite finding those rockets under Callback. Scar Callback combining to do a nice little job getting those kills, but they were both quite low themselves. But now Boinicle, they don't get that cap. They don't get any frags either. They just get that heavy kill. So they're just going to set back up on second. Not really willing to make a move. And now, Dum, there's a minute left. And all of a sudden, pushing out for Synonym of Perfection seems incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, incredibly useless even. That's like so unlikely a case that they actually get to the other last point. They will just have to resign themselves to getting to a golden cap. And getting them out fight. But unlike the last round reset, this one's a lot sooner, basically. It's probably how you have to approach this right now. It's just a round reset, really. That they have to play for a few more seconds here to get to, but the soldier on that point and the sniper right in front of him is making this very, very difficult.
Yeah, this is looking really scary. Potato finds anything. There's actually a scout onto the point. Never mind, it's just Juno on that pain train. He's been watching some Seagull demo reviews, but look at that. That's 3 kills coming out of Juno and Dr. Phil. The Uber comes out right now. Just a pyro on the point. There's 20 seconds left. Toast has to find a miracle right now. Sentry does go down, but it looks like they haven't actually managed to find any kills. The pyro on the point. Never mind, Toast finds that 2-shot onto the demo. That's QB. Uka going down as well. It's only the medic alive, and there we go. Boinicle, 10 seconds left. Find that 3-2. Getting the round capture. That is massive stuff out of Potato. Sorry, I mean Toast. At the same place. It's late.
I might not have much evidence for this, but off of the 2 games I've seen of Boinicle on Galiosh, I can statistically tell you that all of them are insanely close for no reason. And this is another one to that one. Last time it was against Virtus Bro in the regular season of last season, season 45. This time against SOP's new roster, if you want to say so. And close call it was, but they just about had the time for that fight here. It took their time with the kills at the end just a bit too much, but Toast went huge there, getting the gun and like 2 kills as well in quick succession, just to be able to barely clutch away this round.
Yeah, that was really nice clutch stuff coming out of him towards the end there. I have to feel like if you're sending perfection after that, you've got to be holding your head in your hands there. That felt very much like a situation where they could hold. Felt like some positioning in the end just wasn't quite there, not quite ready for the heroics coming out of Boinicle towards the end, and that was really nice managing to clutch it out in the end. We are going to go to pro. But yeah, it does look like we are live for the second map of the Lockdown Throwdown. This is the Invite Playoffs round of 16 between Boinicle and Synonym of Perfection. Boinicle did take Gullywash in an absolute nail-biter there towards the end. This time we are on process right now. Scar's actually not going that quite aggressive, but Korvac, he's super fast actually. Boinicle taking a lot of damage coming into this mid already.
Yeah, starting off strong already. Albrecht takes a bunch there. Albrecht trying to go deep. No, he just fakes it. Has the rest of the team make it work maybe? Scar tries to ward in, but Juno is the one actually putting in all the work for his team. Instead, everyone's weak on SOP all of a sudden. With that aggression, Phil trying to wrap around as well. Tries to get on the medic, gets a lot of damage. But not quite enough. 100 and a little bit. Won't quite cut it. Tuli will live. And that is the end of it. I liked how clearly on purpose Albrecht was slow there. Definitely not by accident. Because definitely Albrecht has the reputation of just going for the Devilman's early on mid. That must be the thought process, right? No mistakes here.
Yeah, I mean, you just, at a certain point, you kind of just got to expect that Korvac is basically more of a roamer, even though he is on pocket. He is known for doing some crazy things, him being fast like that. I honestly don't even feel like it was that bad. He ended up doing a lot of damage early on, denying it. There wasn't a lot of follow-up from his team. I feel like the bomb in from Juno there completely shut down, took away Scar's attention from actually bombing forwards. He was too busy trying to airshot Juno, and it didn't really work. So now, Juno's on Sniper actually, sitting in the sewer area, trying, there we go, the door is open, he doesn't quite get that shot onto QB. So now they're just posturing around. He has been called Cinnamon Perfection. They know he's here. Neo just about dodges that shot. Juno, he's the 3rd player on this team attempting the Sniper. He's looking to outperform Toast and Potato. I'm actually not sure if that's true. Maybe it's just been Potato on Sniper.
Ooh, well, that's a shot that connects, but no, it won't actually last too much, and Kiwi is the one having the last laugh here. So yeah, here comes the bomb, and Korvac tries to get in deep, but the geometry on mid just doesn't quite let him through. Mia hits the surf she needs. So there you go. It's back to even numbers here, and we assume it's back to some more sniping for Juno. Let's see if he can find his sniper mouse in one of the many mice he has.
Yeah, Juno is one of those guys that just has like 10 million mice, and I don't know why, but it's just kind of an obsession some people have. It's a little bit scary, but it makes sense that he's playing Sniper, because every Sniper main owns like 10 mice, and switches all of them depending on weather temperature, air pressure, also like how much moisture is surrounding them in their room at current time can really sort of severely impact your aim.
QB with another dead.
Ooh.
He keeps getting like random sticky trap kills. They're not like huge game changers, but it just makes them maybe just able to throw some more bodies on them on this midpoint here. But for now, they're not taking too many chances. Maybe they're just afraid of the sniper, wanting to have them make the mistake. Maybe trying to be getting the dead on the sniper instead.
Yeah, I mean, you can send a soldier in here, but it's so hard. You look at where Mia's standing behind this crate. Both scouts on the point there. Completely denies anyone really trying to go for anything. So scouts just shoot everyone out of the sky. It's so difficult. That sniper as well. Pretty much, it shuts down all aggression from the enemy team because they're forced to sort of play out of his sight lines, out of his angles that he is able to get. Makes positioning a little bit harder. They have to be aware of where he is pretty much at all times, lest he find a headshot onto someone. Julie's actually just hiding behind a rock right now, sitting close to PC. They are taking sewer right now, but Neo and Toast have both been exchanging some damage there. Logs are finally being created as players are shooting rockets and other bullets that do damage, which is, you know, it's a change.
Trying to get this deeper angle here. They know exactly where the medic is hiding, but you can't get a safe angle on that one. So at some point, it's not just the sniper making the work here, which he still is doing. He's still hitting the damage on people. Everyone's weak. Actually, this is where you need to like commit some bodies in here to get some kills. Not even just the medic. Anything will start helping to get this ball rolling for Boinicle if they just dare a little bit more than they're doing right now. And actually, it's just SOP daring. They just figure, no, we don't want to be in this corner here. We will fight you guys, and they're having to just deal with it. It seems they're not really happy about it. They're just hightailing it out of the sewer door and back into mid.
So now with even Ubers, this is a little bit easier to actually push into the enemy team, as they will not have the same amount of health. If you're not invincible, you're going to take more damage, but it looks like it's actually Boinicle. They're posturing up in PC here. Never mind, they realize that maybe that's not a good idea. Being grouped up in this tight little corridor like that is pretty scary. You don't have an Uber to sort of keep you safe, but QB is actually going to get taken down by Dr. Phil. He does go down himself, but it looks like there's so much damage happening around this sewer area. That's a soldier bombing in as well right now, but Orbriak, he's just caught out. Gets a nice little pipe on that scout. Not quite enough. Scar finds the kill. Potato shot really high up into the air. Neo finds Mia. Patchouli, he's just staring at Potato right now. There's no way he isn't like yelling at his team to please take care of that scout. He's actually just going to dance around to a crazy little dance. Juno gets taken down. Callback and Scar gets those 2 kills. Pause is back out of freshly completed. You know, there's a soldier forwards. Actually, Scar already denying this forward spawn. That's actually Toast on this heavy. Gonna try to go for a funny little play. Can I get any pooters in the chat?
Well, hasn't been spotted yet somehow. I think they saw it just now, but do they really need to care? That man's not going to do anything just yet, unless they just let him on point for free. But no, as long as they're quick onto last here, this should be fine. Either way, here we go. QB leading this charge into last. The heavy's back on last now. Spawn back, obviously. Down, heavy weak. 1 pipe, 2 pipe. Not a third one though, and Orbiak actually the one getting all the future pipes here, it seems. And this is just a done deal actually. They had a better entry than they had in the early pushes on Gully Wash, but still it just didn't go anywhere.
That was so close. Like, that point was halfway capped. It's not that much longer, and they would have gotten around there. But luckily for Boinicle, Orbriak just comes out with a nice little pipe there. Does a lot of damage, completely denies them, and Sin and Perfection not quite able to find what they need to find.
See how much he can carry this advantage forward now. Mild resistance is mostly just QB. Maybe he's overextending a little bit too much there. Gets hit by a lot of damage, but he will just about get out alive. And I think this is where the timeout happened, because he's not looking to be moving much, and there he is gone from the server. So this is where the pause happened in real time, taking STV delay into account. He will be back, but not on second right now, and a team with Uberhead will be hard-pressed not to take a demo pick into account here when pushing forward.
Yeah, but Scar comes in to connector there, gets that really nice force onto Mia, drops her down to 40 HP, gets the force out, and suddenly it's looking really good for Cinema Perfection actually, but they still have a heavy, recognizing that they can still, on Boinicle, go in if they want to. Finally now, Patchouli is nearing this 100%, and suddenly they're looking to push out of here. There is actually stickies up top. There's actually a soldier just right above here. Both soldiers, Dr. Phil and Juno, both trying to get something. Juno traded Scar. I think it should be the end of aggression. There we go. Dr. Phil is in onto the medic. Does bomb in. Gets a single rocket. And I think that's about it. Patchouli's not going to go down today. Doesn't even get this force. And yes, actually, there's just a scout on last. They completely forgot Potato. He's just found around.
Out of nowhere, and just completely slipped past everybody, even me. I didn't see it until it was too late as well. So yeah, just one small opening, one small mistake, and that's all it takes sometimes for you to go down 1-0 in a match as important as this one.
Yeah, now we are on to the second middle. This time it only took 9 minutes to get to this point. So Orbriak's actually not that aggressive, but the enemy demo sure is. QB goes forwards very early on, and that Scar, all of the soldiers jumping up at once. Mia's taken so low, but not quite taken down, but Orbriak is dead, and now Potato, actually, he's doing a lot of cleanup here. Dr. Phil gets a huge bomb onto Chuli, hits the really nice, sort of the perfect soldier rocket that almost feels as good as an air shot, where you, like, headshot rocket the medic into the ground, so he goes absolutely nowhere. And look at Korbak right now. He actually does get spotted there. Unfortunately, that's a soldier just rocket jumping, hitting him with a splash. Juno gets the kill. That is about as unlucky as you can get.
Alright, huge add to Mia now. And people still have to spawn even for SOP. This is going to be a tough one to hold on to this last point here. Neil will try to put up a gun, but he's awfully late. Heavy as well, trying to defend this, but the push is here. The Uber not quite ready, but they can just use this as late as possible.
Oh my god, Toast is just completely destroying Utka right now. Juno's just on a mad one. Everyone goes down. That was really nice by Toast, body blocking that Heavy. Not able to get out, and that Heavy spent so long walking to the forward spawn. Or just the door, not even the forward spawn. Doesn't get anything. So now, Boinicle, actually this time, they seem to be doing much better. They are up 2 rounds already of Synonym of Perfection. We are on to the third mid of the game. This time Korbak gets taken down low pretty early, but that's actually QB taken down low as well. Toast goes down, and now Dr. Phil and Juno do bomb forwards. Get the kill onto Neo. Nothing quite yet as Utka finds that kill onto Juno. Dr. Phil, however, gets the return kill onto Utka. Revenge kill. It's actually just Korbak in onto Mia. It doesn't go down. It's just Potato left alive at this point. He's going to have to do like a massive just like 1v3 right now. He's actually doing so much damage. They haven't hit him. Finally gets taken down. It's Toast up, and he's already building a sentry gun.
Alright, that's a change of pace SOP needs here. They need a big turnaround from the last 2 rounds that just weren't quite working out too well. The last one, really quick one, 2 at that. So winning the mid fight straight away with a mad kill too, where your slaves is just what you need to maybe get back into the picture here. Big ad right now, a lot of it wasted getting the midpoint, getting the second point, but probably still very much doable to make something valuable happen into last with the differential they have on the Übercharges here. Gun is being built, heavy up on defense as well, trying to hold on to this push. I don't really know what Toast is doing up there. Just putting, I think, Spencer in front of everyone. It goes down, so they know that lobby now. Valuable knowledge as they come with the Uber straight into last.
Get Ubers popped out, and that sentry gun's gone down immediately. There's a lot of presence on the point, but no kills being found. Potato gets a kill onto Neo, actually, but there we go. Potato, Orbriak, and Dr. Phil all going down. It's just Juno on the point, but there's just one scout. It's only Utka, and he's 15 HP. On his own, he will not be able to get that trade kill. It's actually being chased out right now. Mia, Patchouli is going to walk back, and I think that's it. He does get out. That was really nicely played there by Boinicle towards the end. Getting those kills very end. Once again, Synonym Perfection not quite able to get the damage out that they need to do to finish off the rounds.
Alright, 50% add to the side of Boinicle right now. Last push is still not quite being the best thing that SOP have done today. But here we go. Here's the counterplay for it now. All the way into mid with this Uber. Orbriak tries to chase the combo. It's only Juno trading with Scar so far. He's the scout toast to the party. Maybe it's late, but not too late. Able to clean up Atka here. Captain when it started. A few stickies behind him. They did realize the time at least. Kibi was hoping for that one to work. A little funny play there, but nope. Will just about fall short here. They're 2 down. They do have a lot of Uber ad right now, but with only 4 life, it's going to be tough to catch a lot of people here. And Boinicle not trying to play with fire right now. They're very content knowing that these guys have, and not trying to force them out quite yet until they're moving towards them, that is.
Yeah, Dr. Phil's actually just getting spotted out here in sewer. He's not able to find anything. Potato has gone down as well, and suddenly it's full ad, forcing them of Perfection, and they're just pushing in off these many, many picks. It's not a full ad. It's actually only about 30%, and they don't get anything off of it. The Ubers popped onto the demo so early, they want to send QB in. But Boinicle, they recognize this, and they just back off, and all of a sudden, they themselves are sitting at an 80% advantage. Suddenly, Callback is just in onto Mia Scar as well. They do get the force, actually, but that's a lot of damage coming out early on. Not sure if they'll be able to find any kill. Toast actually chasing Neo, gets that kill on PC. It's only 3 up right now, Cinnamon up Perfection, but they're not really looking like they're willing to back out. Callback and Scar will not be getting the forward spawn, just barely don't get it, but it looks like blue team will just be deciding to hold this second anyway. Boinicle not willing to push that. Spachuli is sitting on a 90% Uber charge, whereas Mia's only on 50. It's about 40% advantage. They can push off of this if they want to. They're going to have to go right now. They are moving through PC. The Uber's popped in onto QB. He wants to jump, but he's just getting juggled so much that delays the Uber a ton, and suddenly the Ubers pop out for nothing. Doesn't find anything. And now it's scary for them.
Now it's the turnaround, and yet again, this point has just been leapfrogging back and forth. Early Forster, as they are still inside of PC, so tough to catch much. Scar goes down eventually. That's all they're really getting here. It is just the endless leapfrog right now. No one can leave the cycle. The first one that can might just honestly win the round of it, if it's decisive enough to win, but maybe at some point this will also go just to complete even Uber situation. We're getting closer and closer. These advantages are getting smaller and smaller by the second, 30% right now. And with the one pick, Boinicle left, they want to just get in on this. QB getting jumped there. It's not quite working on the numbers though. Net gain is -1 on players for Boinicle, so they had a nice idea going there, just breaking the cycle by playing on the non-Uber position, but no, they get the knife much harder than they could have ever expected, and SOP will be taking away the midpoint now.
They did get really nice damage early on to QB. They did fight the frag, but unfortunately, they sacked in too many players too early on. They didn't have the damage to output, really being able to fulfill that push before Pachuli gets his Uber, which he does have now. But we're at even Ubers. But it looks like Cinnamon Perfection, they're actually walking in onto second. Uko's walking forwards, trying to get this trade. He's not quite hitting anything, but Mia with the drop. Callback comes in, and all of a sudden it looks like Cinnamon are right back into this game. Toast and Potato goes down as well. Dr. Phil's 90 HP just somewhere all the way back into spawn. QB's on to last already. Juno jumps him. Not quite dying. Juno tries to do something. Does get the kill onto Scar, but he is cleaned up by Callback. That's a scout onto the point. Soldier's there as well. It's just Dr. Phil, Mia, and Orbiak. They're not there in time. But Callback there with a huge rocket getting in onto Mia, and suddenly send him up Perfection. They have 14.5 minutes to get another round on the board here.
It is plenty of time, but it won't be much easier just because of that. They had to have a miracle play happen for the drop to come out here, and sure, it's happened once, but can it happen again? Lightning does not like to strike twice all too much, but they don't have a choice but to make it happen here. And for now, it's not looking pretty, because QB goes down very weak, very early, gets the arrow bombs coming in as well now, on both sides for that matter. It's them getting bombed just as much as their bombs coming in deep here. Dr. Phil falling short though.
How is QB not dead? I mean, Pachuli does go down there towards the end by Juno just kind of bombing in, but that is just... How is he alive? He's been so low the whole mid. He's 2 HP. He's still not dead. I'm just... Everyone's kind of failing to click on him. And, like, he hasn't even done that much damage, but his sheer presence just wins him the mid. Wow. Okay. I guess QB just, like, doesn't die.
Yeah, that... Like you said, if you don't die and everyone really wants you to die, then you're just wasting everyone's time on the other team. You usually see it happen to medics, right? Where you just dodge for the life of them and they get getting cleaned up trying to go in for the medic here. Sometimes it's just someone else, in this case the demo. Medics were dead. They wanted the demo gone and they fell short just a bit too much there in the end. And suddenly we're on from 2-0 to 2-1 with maybe not a great last push situation, but at least they're finding themselves on Nasty. Toast on Spy right now, just as much as Scar. I would imagine neither of them checked it too much, but no, Toast bumped into people already. And now it's all on Scar right now.
Yeah, he's actually managed to find his way all the way back into the panic room here. He's on the icicle this time, but look at where Mia's hiding. He's actually just going to go for the Orbiak pick. Orbiak has gone down to Sticky. Scar is caught out right now. It's both soldiers down for the blue team. This is a push that will happen, but it's not a very good one because Utka has been dropped. Counter comes out and look at Patchouli and QB now. They are just so stuck in lobbies. Actually, no, never mind. Patchouli somehow gets out, and so does QB. I am just flabbergasted that nobody managed to find a kill there. That is crazy.
I'm glad that the spy play did not reach the medic, because I could only imagine the screaming that would have ensued from Mia yelling spider if it did get to her anywhere close. So we will be spared from that, but for the time being, Toast is still trying. He's back on spy, trying to make his old favorite work here. Utka on the other hand for SOP back on sniper, and you can spot that one, but that doesn't make it go away so easily, so maybe that one works a little bit better for them.
I did read an article once in TF2 about why Toast was the greatest spy of all time. But apparently that was because he was good with a revolver, and backstabbing doesn't require that much hit scan. We have seen various clips where you can just kind of backstab people by looking them in the face sometimes, but Utka is on the sniper. He gets a kill onto Juno, and look at Toast right now. He's trying to peek this, but he's not quite willing to go for anything. He's a little bit scared of decloaking. It seems like Utka's actually finds a sentry gun kill. As Ubers are traded out right now. Both teams not really getting anything out of it. Nobody really going down as Toast is backing off, biding his time. Still hasn't gone for anything. Dr. Phil's found the kill onto Utka. Nobody really doing anything. He's still behind. Maybe does he go for anything? No. It's just maybe Toast is like eating dinner or like drinking coffee.
Well, Scar tries. Well, debatable. He just waddled around and rolled out. Did not get much out of it. Unsurprisingly, Toast still just waiting for his opportunity. Utka on sniper as well. This is an awkward position to be in as the spy, but sniper surely is tunnel vision then. Why not just try?
Yeah, there we go. So Toast has now found a kill on to Patchouli, which is pretty much the best thing he could ask for. Mia suddenly finds herself at a nice, solid, probably about 90% advantage, which is really, really good. So now the ball is entirely in Synonym of Perfection's court. They have to find a kill onto Mia incredibly soon. Look at QB. He's going for a funny play that isn't working, and suddenly he's 16 HP, standing in front of Rollup. Please, Patchouli, save him. And he has to jump out right now. Oh my god, he's gonna go for this.
Leon would be proud. But
suddenly, look at QB right now. He just walks into Rollup. Actually does find a kill onto Dr. Phil, but Patchouli's gone down in the meantime. Scar goes down to Potato, and everything is just going wrong. That's so fun.
they put all their eggs in one basket there, not realizing it's not quite Easter yet, so that one didn't work, and they will go home empty-handed out of this attempt here. Well, at least Mia used, right? There's some positives to this. It's not full dishead anymore, but 40% dishead isn't much better. They will still have to wait for some spawns here as well, as they're finding themselves fast, or back on second, possibly in last soon as well with this dishead that they are facing right now. And surely Boinicle will not let this opportunity go to waste. So sure, there's still like 9 minutes left to play here. There's plenty of time to make a comeback, but making this a free one makes it all the harder.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they are wanting to set up this hold, or at least get a force out holding this last. I mean, they can just back off onto last and have the Uber time. Patchouli is already 75%, but it looks like right now, Boinicle, they're walking forwards. There's Dr. Phil jumping up pretty aggressively. Juno is actually taking a fight with Scar on the flank, but nobody's really finding tail end. There we go. Dr. Phil gets a kill onto Scar, but he's 4 HP himself. In the meantime, however, it looks like Synonym have stalled for long enough. Patchouli does have an Uber, but it looks like Toast doesn't care. He's walking in, finally gets that force out of Patchouli. Mia's just gonna walk right back out, and all of a sudden, Synonym of Perfection, they find themselves in a situation where they, in like 1 second, have a pick advantage walking onto this second point.
Let's see. It's not a great position to be in for SOP right now, but sooner or later they will have to leave this last point. Currently difficult with the even numbers they have, so probably not the best position to try from right about now, but hey, the spy plays worked for one guy, why not for us as well? So we see Scar on it for a little bit here, trying to make the most of that on this dead even Uber situation. Couldn't make it happen just yet himself, but hey, at least last time he didn't go home without anything to write home about. Got the demo man at least. Here he goes uncloak and see if there's anything approachable at all.
Yeah, Scar's actually on the spot. He's still in this icicle pick, and I just love to see that, you know, some variation. He's actually in onto Mia. Mia's just healing him. Thankfully, Potato knows all the wiser manages to kill Scar, but meanwhile, Toast has been sniped by Neo. So Neo now is in this really cool, uncomfortable position where Mia's and everyone else on the team are so far out of his sightlines that his sniper is absolutely useless. Looks like he has realized this. He's backing up onto the last. Please change classes. You're not getting anything with that sniper.
That's the big pain, though, that I mentioned earlier, of having certain configs. Sometimes, as the medic, you have a config where you just heal what's in front of you, and you can't not heal the spy and make everyone's life all the harder. It is really unfortunate to have that mild convenience of not having to press mouse 1. But hey, at least they realized in time, right? So, major crisis averted there. And back to the stalemate we are with Juno on Sniper and Atka this time, the one trying on Spy. Maybe just checking for now, but they don't need to check because Juno's already there putting in the damage. 2 in a row, 1 kill, 1 assist. Really quick work done there by the Sniper. Looks like he found the right mouse this time around.
Yeah, he's maybe switched up to maybe, let's say like an FK1. So it's really working out from this situation, but it looks like they're still going to have to try and get this follow-up here. QB's actually back up. They weren't able to get any frags right now, and there we go. Juno's been taken down by Callback. So all of a sudden, they did have an ad there. Getting that demo kill is massive. They weren't able to follow it up with anything. Uka's so far in onto Orpiak. Gets taken down immediately. Sticky's just shut him down. Now they've pretty much traded 1 for 1. Juno's going to come back up, but look at Toast right now. He just walks in 2 shots. QB, that's huge. QB is not allowed to live. Look at Dr. Phil in as well. Does get taken down, but the damage has been dealt. Scar is dead right now. Callback's actually in a pretty weird position. He's the only one up. There's 2 other players alive with him, one of which is not the engineer. So right now, I feel like Boinicle, they could have pushed this way earlier. They're finally in. But look at Callback. He's in onto Mia. Gets the force. But there's a scout on the point. Potato's right there with him. Callback has to jump over, get this kill before he can finally jump back. He's like everywhere right now, trying to keep his team in this. And he does barely manage to do it. He's just putting out fires all over the place.
Close calls here all around, and with 2 down, SOP is looking for another one to get out of here. Maybe a player gets behind. There's a soldier in the backlines, but all of them don't really care about it. They have Scar in the backlines to rely on. Seems to be working out just fine there, while all of them on second just cap up this point and finally make some progress on the map again. Only 5 more minutes, but they only need 1 of these rounds to stick at the end of this. Potato this time on the sniper rifle. They're just taking turns on the off classes here and see if it works. Callback tries to pre-fight the door, takes a lot of damage for it, but keeps Potato in check at least, as the rest of them just cap up this point. The sniper is the only threat on this midpoint right now. The 1 threat on second they have. The Scar already trying to get an angle onto something with his jump in. Not gonna happen though, as the Ubers slowly but surely will be coming up a little bit faster for Patchouli, but probably not enough to really work up, or at least they should be aware of it. And by how they are positioned right now, looks like they won't be playing into the second point too quickly though, but sooner or later someone has to pull the trigger here, and given the scoreline, it needs to be the Frenchies.
Yeah, I mean, the Frenchies really have to make something happen sooner rather than later. It's only 4 minutes left, as you did say. The Uber's actually popped out here by Boinicle. Surely hasn't popped yet. Toast is just not hitting anything. Finally, the counter Uber does come out. Toast now turns around, just wins the 1v1 Mia. But look at Mia. She's gone down, and so has Orbriak. Suddenly, this is really, really dangerous for Boinicle. But they found pretty much every other kill. They do get the kill onto Mia, but Patchouli goes down a little bit later. That means that Boinicle, they have managed to salvage it. It's only Scar left alive. He is hiding in sewers. Both these soldiers, Corpseback and Scar, looking really fond of this. But look at it, he's just already been found. He's back onto middle. Orbriak and Mia should realize this Scar is just going to have to go for something. He's jumping in right now onto Mia, and Orbriak just says, good night, don't care. Don't do that again, please. Juno has been taken down in the meantime, but look at that pipe by Orbriak. Scar just like, just don't.
Well, all that really does though is just mean 1 down, and the Uber advantage being the same out of the exchange just now on second, or the fight on second, really. Slight add to Mia. Maybe they're not expecting it to be this big even, because it wasn't quite at the beginning. There was probably just some time missing for Patchouli at the beginning to not be picked up with spawn or something like that. So they might not anticipate it being like 30% at this point. And off the back of that, I don't see them really play off this. And look at that, no one's really going for anything just yet. So yeah, they're completely unaware of the fact there was just a little bit lack of healing going on for a second. It's hard to notice these things, especially if it's just because someone doesn't get picked up on spawn. And the only times you really realize these sort of things is when you just dare push off 10% ads and on the lead right now. They don't need to take that risk. And look at the trap. Callback just with high speed through the choke and immediately into his grave.
But I just have to stress, Cinnamon Perfection, they have to go in. They have to make something happen soon. Juno can go in, and Boinicle can play this all day. It's just 2 minutes left. Which means in 2 minutes, Boinicle will just take this if they don't... Like, if Cinnamon Perfection don't get anything, they haven't really been going for anything quite yet. Finally moving out through Sue as Uber has popped out of both teams. Right now, Uka gets onto that scalp, doesn't quite find the kill. This is a solo onto Orbiak, and that Uber just lasts for so long. Oh, Callback is in, but he's the only guy forwards right now. He's made a lot of space, actually, but Scar just goes down. Dr. Phil gets so much work, but Uka gets a kill onto Dandere, and now Boinicle are in a terrible position. QB has gone down, but Orbiak, he has to find so much here. Callback is fighting him. There's a scout as well. Look at Toad. He's in on second. Nobody dealing with him, though. Right now, Potato, he's running back in. There we go. Toast is in. Patchouli goes down. It's a minute and a half left, and Patchouli is still dead. This is so scary for Cinema Perfection right now.
This needs a miracle, and I don't think Boinicle is ready to let them get one here. They just need to play safe for a little bit longer to bring this over time. And on this side as well, on last, this is the prime time for them to just play slow and make sure nothing happens. Yatka trying to be the hero that they need right now, but all by himself behind them, getting spotted out early as well. Tries to delay his death for as long as possible to just maybe waste some time here, but it can't work for too long here. Eventually gets spotted out as the push comes in into the second point, but SOP don't have other chances than just fight and fight and fight and try their hardest. Big fight for QB, but the backup's happening because everyone needs to get out of second here to even have a chance to win, and with that, no one is on last anymore.
Yeah, and there we go. Boinicle, they've taken this in 2 maps. Honestly, surprising. Pretty close, but just ultimately edging out on both maps. 20 seconds left of this second map, and that is just in the realms of mathematical impossibility. Taking 2 maps, they'll be moving on to the round of 8 in the Lockdown Throwdown invite groups knockout bracket.